To grow a fantastic garden, you're gonna need some gardening tools. Gardening tools are almost always fun to play around with. The right gardening tools will make even tough gardening jobs seem like a piece of cake. Just because they are helpful is no reason to run out and drop your whole paycheck on them, especially if you haven't gardened before. There are definite tools that every beginning gardener needs. As you become a more experienced gardener, you will find that there are other tools that are important to your projects. The practical thing to do is to start with some simple tools and then add more as they become necessary. These are just a few of the tools you should buy right out of the gate with your first gardening project. Every gardener, regardless of expertise, needs a good pair of gardening gloves. Gardening gloves are essential because they protect a gardener's hands while he or she works. Using your bare hands to dig in the dirt can feel very satisfying, but gloves are usually necessary for the purposes of protection. A good example of this is the way your gloves prevent you from being scratched or stuck by thorns when you work with rose bushes. Gloves can also protect your hands when you work with compost, fertilizers, or other substances that can leave residues on your hands. Wearing gloves also protects you against the various creatures, like bugs, that might inhabit your garden. A garden cart is a good idea for people who are going to do a lot of hauling of things or who have large garden plots. Everything from dirt and debris to garden tools and larger items can be hauled in a garden cart. You can also use the garden cart to move compost to the garden from the compost heap. If you've got a lot of dirt that you want to have hauled away from your garden plot, your garden cart is great for that. Typically, garden carts are used to transport something from one place to another. In a pinch, a wheelbarrow can do this as well. Gardeners love hand trowels. If you are new to gardening, you might think that you should only use your hands to transport your smaller piles of dirt. The more time you put into your garden, however, the more useful you will find your hand trowel. A hand trowel keeps your actual hands protected. Lots of gardeners use trowels to aid their weeding efforts and for moving dirt around their plants without accidentally damaging the plants. There are lots of different sizes of trowels, and those trowels can be used to work on or around every plant in your garden. Many people find gardening to be a good hobby, some even make a living doing it. As you learn more about gardening, the more you will find yourself wanting to purchase the tools that you find at the plant store. Before you go all out and purchase every tool you come across, start with the basics. As you get more experience with gardening, you will figure out which gardening tools you need and which are only luxuries.